பாதம் பற்றறப் பற்றும் பரரி அரியரிற் பரமன் பரமுனக்கெனயன் பணியறப் பணியாய் பறித்திடும் உனக்கெது பாரம் பரமனிற் பிரிந்திவ் உலகினை தலையில் பற்றியான் பெற்றது போதும் பரமனாமருணா சலையனை இனியும் பதத்தினின்றொதுக்குறப் பாரேல் பார்த்தனன் புதுமை உயிர்வலி காந்த பருவதம் ஒருதரம் இதனை ஓர்த்திடும் உயிரின் செட்டையை ஒடுக்கி ஒருதனதபிமுகமாக ஈர்த்ததை தன்போல் அசலமா செய்து அவ்வின்னுயிர் பலிகொடும் மிகுது என் ஓர் துய்மின்னுயிர்காள் உளமதில் ஒளிரும் உயிர்கொலி அருணமாகிரியே கிரிது பரமா கருதிய என்போ கெட்டவர் எத்தனை கொல்லோ விரிதுயராழி பிழைப்பினில் விளைவு விட்டுடல் விட்டிட பிறகு கருதியே திரிவீர் கருத்தினுள்ளொருகால் கருதிடக் கொலாமலே கொல்லும் அருமருந்தொன்றுண்டு அவனியில் அதுதான் அருணமாத்திரமென அறிவீ. Harihi. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hariyati tarasivara Dhagavari Sagugayil Arivai Ravi Paramatuman Arunachala Ramanan Parivalulam Uruganala Paranardidu Guhayardu Arivam Viritiravai Nisamarivai Adu Veliyam Annamalayai Adiyenai Anda Andre Aviyudal Kundayanakko Kurayundo Kurayum Gunamum Niyallal Yennenivatrai Yennuire Yennam Yeduvo Adu Seivai Kanne Undan Kadalinayur Kadal Perukke Taruvaye Kanne Undan Kadalinayur Kadal Perukke Taruvaye. Shri Arunachalam. In the Raja Yoga sadhana, Bhagavan explained how when we control the breath or the prana, the mind is automatically controlled. Because they are like two branches of the same trunk. So when you restrain the prana, the mind is restrained. See, restraining the prana is easier than restraining the mind. Because prana is grosser and mind is subtler. So to control or restrain the grosser thing is always easier than controlling the subtler thing. So here we have got an advantage. By controlling the prana, mind is restrained. But this is not enough. Why? Because there are two types of absorption. One is laya, another is vinasha. Through pranayama, the mind only gets into this laya. Once when the effect of pranayama is over, once again it starts with all its vasanas. Therefore, this mind which has been restrained through pranayama has to be now focused on one thing. Vidukkave orvali undi bara. Viyum adan uru undi bara. So therefore we have to apply this mind which is quiet now relatively in the contemplation of one. That is very important. That one can be a form, can be the mantra, or can be Atma, the self. Whatever it may be. But the mind has to be applied. And consciously we have to abide. Otherwise, the mind may enter into something called Jada Samadhi, which is not very advisable, which is not recommended by Bhagavan. Because there the vasanas are not destroyed. Therefore, consciously, with awareness, one has to abide in the self. The mind has to just dissolve. Therefore, developing sattva is very important. If not for sattva, either the mind will go to sleep or the mind will never subside. And very important aspect of developing sattva is to develop dispassion. Why rajas? Because of attachment. So there, when the mind dissolves, there you are. Such an exalted yogi, whose mind has just got destroyed, he has nothing to do in this world. Why? First of all, there is no doer. Even through his equipment, if something is done, he doesn't have the notion that I am doing. So therefore, no karma for him whatsoever. If there is no doership, there is no enjoyership. So whatever comes, he is not elated or he is not depressed. And very important thing is, since all the vasanas are roasted and burnt, there is no pressure from within to do something in the world outside, either to prove oneself or to account or gain some happiness from the world outside. There are no desires. Therefore, for him no action. And number 3, he feels that paripurnata of the Brahma Swarupam. Therefore, there is no need for him to go in the world outside and do anything. At the same time, for some reason, if he goes into the world for the Loka Kalyanam, nobody can stop him also. Nothing can bind him also. Doing or not doing has no impact on him. Why? Both of them belong to the ego sense, doing or not doing. He is beyond. He is in that one immutable self, which is beyond all the actions. Therefore, absolutely he is free from all actions. No desire, therefore no birth, no rebirth, nothing. So he is realized or he is liberated while living only. So as a summary of this Raja Yoga, Bhagavan said, one has to withdraw from the sense objects. Or whatever is seen, seen means heard, experienced, one has to withdraw. And then abide in the Atma, the self. There is no other go. If you withdraw from the sense objects, from the thought agitations of the mind, where you abide in your own self. Because you know why? There is nothing other than yourself. Where else you can abide? That is why Ramakrishna asked Swami Vivekananda, suppose you consider yourself to be a bee, and if there is a big vessel or anda naraya, honey, let us say, where will you sit and drink? Amrita, that is right, not honey, Amrita. Then Vivekananda said he could not think much. He said, I would sit to the edge and then drink. Then Ramakrishna said, Re Buddhu, you jump into it, drown in it and drink. Why? Because it is Amrita, you will never die. So, here, when you fall outside, you fall. When you fall inside, you rise. So therefore, you can never fall in this path. And not only that, the Guru is there as Atma the Self, always ready to help you, to guide you. He is ocean of compassion. So, Pulivai pattadu tappadum bar Bhagavan. So therefore, when you have come in the vicinity of the Guru, in his grace, you can never escape. So therefore, very important is we have to withdraw from the world and ahamuhapattu, we have to abide in the self. And we have to be indifferent to all the mind's agitations, confusions. I am just Sakshi Matram. Ud asinavad asina. Udasinaha means Ud asinavad asina. He is sitting about all the emotions, everything. Such an exalted yogi alone is liberated. So till this point, we have studied yesterday, and today, Bhagavan's very favorite subject, Atma Vichara Marga. Right? In fact, whatever we are going to study today, 4-5 verses, shlokas, that alone is the core of Bhagavan's teaching. See, since it is Shiva's Upadesa to all the Tarukavana Rishis, Bhagavan has sort of summarized what is Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Raja Yoga and all. But when you ask Bhagavan any Upadesha, he will give only this, what we are going to study now. Atma Vichara Marga. When you come to Bhagavan, you cannot escape. You cannot go anywhere. He will drive you back into the source again and again and again. That is Bhagavan for you. Verse number 17. Right.
Manasam tu kim margane krute.
Manasam tu kim margane krute.
Naiva manasam margyajavat.
Naiva manasam margyajavat.
Manasam tu kim margane krute.
Manasam tu kim margane krute.
Naiva manasam margyajavat.
Naiva manasam margyajavat.
In Tamil, மனதின்னூருவை மறவாது சாவ மனமேன ஒன்றில்லை உந்தி பர மார்கனேர் ஆர்க்கும் இதுந்தி பர. What Bhagavan says? Manasam tukim. What is this mind? We all say, oh Swamiji, this mind is terrible. You don't know what it is. I am so disturbed. I am so confused. We go on complaining. But here, Bhagavan asks, have you ever inquired? Have you ever thought about it? Manasam tu kim? What is this mind which is really disturbing me so much? Stealing away all the peace of mind. What is this mind? Manasam tu kim? Margane krute. If you inquire deeply, with a scientific mind, but which is introverted. See, it's a rare combination. Scientific mind which is introverted. When you inquire, margane krite, na eva manasam, you find out, you will find, na eva manasam, there is nothing called as mind. Margya ajhavat, and this is the direct path. Arjavam means straightforward. Ridge from the truth it has come. That's why Arjuna means he is a straightforward person. This is a straight path. என்ன சுவாமிஜி இப்படி முழு பூசணிக்காய சோத்துல மறைக்க முடியும்? When you inquire about what is his mind, you say there is no mind. Never mind. Meaning, the cause for the bondage is avicharam. We don't think properly, think deeply. See, either we don't think most of the time, or we think very superficial. We don't really think. So in Panchadashi, the Nataka Deepa Prakarana, it comes. What is the source of all bondage? Avichara. Not serious about anything. Means not thinking seriously about anything. So how can you liberate yourself? Through proper vichara. So here, when you say mind is terrible, it is disturbing me so much, full of raga dvesha, likes and dislikes, so much of kama krodhadi in the mind, and I am unable to live peacefully, blissfully. Then Bhagavan asks, have you ever inquired what is this mind? Manadin nuruvai maravadu sava. Maravadu means soradu. Without pramadha, or without the tamasika aspect, if you really inquire, manamena onrillai undi para, there is nothing called as mind. Finished. And this is the most direct path for everyone. Marga near arkum. Arkum ellarkum is a straight path. Undipara, he says. But Bhagavan, how to inquire? Please teach us. Because what you are talking is very, very contradictory to our experiences. We all feel there is a mind which is very uncontrollable. Chanchalam himana Krishna. Arjuna says, na? Chanchalam himana Krishna. It is always fickle. Vayorva sudushkrudam, he says. It is very difficult to control. Like you can even control the wind, but you cannot control this mind. As I told you, especially when you don't have any work, then you know what this mind is all about. Empty mind is devil's workshop, they say. No? That's why Swami Shivananda says, for a seeker, he should always have this much of work in his table. At least the mind is tamed. When you don't have work, you feel, I'm going to relax. But mind will not allow you to relax. So go on into the past and imagine about the future. Good. So, have you ever inquired what is this mind? So, if you inquire, there is no mind. So, how to go about this inquiry? Bhagavan himself helps. And very, very scientific approach. Amma.
Vrittayasvaham vrittimashritah.
Vrittayasvaham vrittimashritah.
Vrittayo mano vidyaham manah.
Vrittayo mano vidyaham manah.
Vrittayasvaham vrittimashritah.
Vrittayasvaham vrittimashritah.
Vrittayo mano vidyaham manah.
Vrittayo mano vidyaham manah.
எண்ணங்களே மனம் யாவினும் மானெனும் எண்ணமே மூலமாம் உந்தி பர யானாம் மனமே நல் உந்தி பர. So Bhagavan, what he says? Vrittayo manaha. The second line. Vrittayo manaha. What is mind? Mind is nothing but flow of thoughts. Gurudev always says, mind is nothing but flow of thoughts. Like river is nothing but flow of water, mind is nothing but flow of thoughts. If there is no water, it is not called as a river. It is just the sand. Similarly, if there is no thought, it is not called as mind. There is nothing called as mind. So, thoughts, they continuously flow. That is called as mind. Okay. Vrittayaha tu aham vrittim ashritaha. And if you carefully examine all the thoughts, vrittayaha tu, all the thoughts are dependent on aham vrittim ashrayaha, are dependent on this I thought. In Panchadashi, still clearly, Vidyaranya Swami says, the mind has got two aspects. One is that aspect which illumines the world outside, the objects in the world outside. That is idam vritti, he says. And the other aspect of the mind is that which illumines oneself. Oneself means what? A notion of I, which claims as I. This is aham vritti, he says. So, mind means it is nothing but flow of thoughts. If you analyze a thought, always it has got these two aspects. The idam vritti and the aham vritti. In fact, in the light of aham vritti only, idam vrittis are all in the mind. Vilangidum yavanai charndu விளங்குமிவவனியாவும் தவமுரு குருவாமந்த தட்சிணாமூர்த்தி போற்றி. விளங்கிடும் எவனை சார்ந்து விளங்குமிவவனியாவும். See, this is very clear. You know why? Sometimes I may be looking at you, but if my mind is elsewhere, I don't recognize you. Is it not so? For example, now you are all sitting and listening to me, but sometimes you go blank. Why? Though you are sitting, the mind is absorbed in causal state. I mean, அது கண்ணை பார்த்தாலே தெரிஞ்சிடும். சில பேர் அப்படியே சொருகிட்டு போகும் மேல. Meaning, even though this Swami with a mic, he is just blaring, but still you are comfortably. Talatuma Swami. Meaning, if the Atma Chaitanyam is not peeping through your ears and recognizing whatever is spoken, nothing is heard. Therefore, only when there is aham vritti, means the hearer, anything can be heard. First, I should be there, then I see. I should be there, then I hear. Even in the English grammar also, the first person comes first. And then, with reference to the first person, you call somebody as second person. With reference to the first person, you call somebody as the third person. Tannilai, munnilai, padarkai in Tamil. Tannilai இல்லைன்னு சொன்னா ரெஃபரன்ஸ் பாயிண்டே இல்லைன்னா முன்னிலைன்னு எதை சொல்லுவீங்க? படற்கைன்னு எதை சொல்ல முடியும்? So therefore, please listen carefully. I am the center of the universe. Not even God. I am the center of the universe. If I am, then God is. What, Swamiji? 1 minute, please. See, if you think God to be a concept or an idea, this is true what I am saying. But God is not a concept or an idea. He is Atma, the self. Therefore, we can say God is, or the Ishvara, the Supreme Self is, therefore I am. I am means the individual self. But if for you, for most of the people, Ishvara is nothing but a concept. If you keep Ishvara as somebody else, it is only a concept of the mind. It is just a concept. Anybody can have any number of concepts. Why should we fight for those silly concepts? Anybody can have any number of concepts. So therefore, I am the center of the universe. When I am, there is world. See, in Vedanta Shastra, there are two sorts of theories. One is Srishti Drishti Vadam, meaning the universe is there and I am born in one point of time, I experience and I may go away. This is Srishti Drishti Vadam. But Bhagavan here talks about Srishti Drishti Vadam. I am, therefore the world is. Drishti Srishti Vadam. I am, I see, therefore the world is. Can you imagine? Can you believe this? See, we think the world is there, three-dimensional. And everything is there and I am born and I am living in this world. No, Bhagavan says, the I thought comes. And therefore everything comes. So every thought, in fact everything is thought only. Because when in the deep sleep, there is no thought, there is no world, there is no experience. Tomorrow we are going to see in Kaivalya Upanishad. But when the mind awakes, what happens? When the aham vritti awakes, what happens? Everything else comes into existence, comes into our consciousness. So therefore, all this is nothing but our minds. 1 minute, Swamiji, you cannot escape like that. I am going to catch you now. Is the world creation of my mind or your mind or his mind? Sorry. I, you, he, she, it, everything is part of the mind. Full stop. When in the deep sleep, there is no concept of I, you, he, she, it. When the mind awakes, there is the concept of I, you, he, she, it. Therefore, even the idea of the other, you or he, she, it, they, everything is part of the mind. Which mind? There is only one mind. Therefore, all the thoughts are dependent. Aham vrittim ashritaha. They, as if they take refuge in this I vritti. Meaning, without the I vritti, aham vritti, there are no idam vritti or this or that thoughts. What is this aham vritti? That is what we have to inquire next. In general, we are not aware of the true self, but we identify with the body. And then this I comes. Sadavudal nan ennadu, Satchittu udiyadu. In Uladanath. Sadavudal nan ennadu. This body will not claim I. Body can never claim I. Satchittu udiyadu. That Supreme Self will never rise or fall. உடலளவாய் ஒன்று உதிக்கும் இடையில் இது நடுவுல ஏதோ ஒண்ணு நான் சொல்லிக்கிட்டு கிளம்புது. That is what is called as the aham vritti or ego sense. இடையில் இது நடுவுல வந்தது நடுவுலயே போயிடும். எப்ப இருக்கிறதா எப்ப இருக்கும். எல்லா உறவும் நடுவுல வந்ததுதானே. ஆக இடையில் இதுதான் வந்துச்சு. என்ன வந்துச்சு? இந்த உடம்ப ஆசைச்சு நான் ஒரு விருத்தி வருது. அதுதான் அகம் விருத்தி. This aham vritti, bathing in the reflected light of consciousness, chidabhasa, Vedanta Shastra says, yes, that alone illumines all the other vrittis. So when there is no aham vritti, this is a revelation. This is a breakthrough. Is that not so? ஒண்ணுமே எனக்கு புரியலையே சுவாமிஜி. Breakthrough மாதிரி எனக்கு தெரியலையே. Means you are not understanding anything. Meaning, all these days we have been thinking that there is a world and we are born in it. We comprehend the world, we experience the world. But here Bhagavan says, no. You are. From the deep sleep you wake up, you are. I am. Therefore, there is world. All the thoughts, all the things are only thoughts in the mind. Because, apart from the thought, have anybody seen the world? Is it possible? Mind means the aham vritti is the base. Because in that light only everything is seen. See, that is why even the sun, when it shines in the world outside, kurudanukku adnal enna prayojanam? If the Atma Chaitanya is not expressing through his eye, for him. So therefore, aham vrittim ashritaha, all these thoughts are dependent on I thought. So, first when we wake up, the I thought comes. And in the light of I thought, all the other thoughts come. So what we have to do now? We have to give up all the other thoughts and then go back to the I thought. And then when you inquire what is this I thought, then you just dissolve yourself. So this is retracing the path. Vanda valiye po. Bhagavan said once to a devotee, Vanda valiye po. Huh? What happened? எப்படி உதித்து எங்கேருந்து உச்சி எப்படி வந்தையோ, you retrace the path. So imagine, when we are in the deep sleep, tomorrow in the Kaivalya Upanishad we are going to see this detail. When we are in the deep sleep, there is no I thought, there is no this or that thought, no other thought, no experience of the world, no experience of oneself also, because that is tamas. But when you are awake, dream or in the waking, both are one only according to Karika. What happens? There comes the I thought first, and from there comes all the other thoughts. If no I thought, no other thought. Bhagavan in Ulladhanarpada asks, in mathematics, without one can you ever count? These are all wonderful things. If you don't have one, how will you add? How will you count? 2 means what? 1 plus 1 is 2. If the first unit 1 is not there, how can you count as 2 or 3 or 4? So if the I thought is not there, he says there are no other thoughts. So therefore, the idam vritti are so many varieties. So you cannot understand what they are. You need not also. You just leave them aside. And now you inquire, what is this I thought? Vrittayo manaha vidhi aham manaha. Therefore, what is mind? It is nothing but I thought only. See, mind means vrittayo manaha, flow of thoughts. And all the thoughts dependent on this I thought. If there is no I thought, no other thought. In fact, I thought, from I thought, all the other thoughts come. So therefore, mind means nothing but this I thought. According to Bhagavan, mind means nothing but this vidhi aham manaha vidhi. Please know, aham manaha, I thought, is mind. See, please be careful. This is also I thought only. That is not the self, the true self. It is I thought only. There we should not get confused. So, small I and big I. Chidabhasa, yeah. So, இந்த நாணை வெட்டி சாப்பிட வேண்டிய நான் இது. So, aham manaha. So therefore, mind means nothing but I thought. Why? Because all the other thoughts are nothing but expression of this I thought. There is no I thought, no other thoughts. So mind means nothing but I thought. So what is mind? If you inquire, there is no mind. This is a straight path. But Bhagavan, how can you say this? Come on, tell me, how can you say this? Now understand what is mind. It is nothing but flow of thoughts. What are thoughts? Thought has got these 2 aspects. Is idam vritti and aham vritti. In fact, all the other thoughts, idam vrittis, are dependent on this I thought. Because நம்முடைய கவனம் இல்லைன்னா அது நமக்கு இல்லை. கவனம் தான் எல்லாமே. அதனால தான் கவனமா இருக்கணும். அந்த கவனம் தன்னிலேயே இருந்துச்சுன்னா அவன் ஞானி. அந்த கவனம் உலகத்திலே இருந்துச்சுன்னா அவன் விஞ்ஞானி. எதிலையுமே கவனம் இல்லாதவன் தருதலை. கவனம் தான் வாழ்க்கையில் எல்லாமே. கவனமா இருக்கணும். Attention. सावधानी का नाम साधना है. अकंठानंद महाराज பெரியவர், நார்த் இந்தியால ரொம்ப பெரியவர், பெரிய ஞானி. அனுபவானந்திக்கு ரொம்ப பெரிய இன்ஸ்பிரேஷன் அகண்டானந்தி தான். So he says सावधानी का नाम साधना है. Savdhan means what? Be attentive. That is real sadhana. So therefore, this I thought is everything. And this, therefore, mind is nothing but I thought. Therefore, mind ன்னு சொன்னாலும் ஒண்ணுதான், அகம் விருத்தின்னு சொன்னாலும் ஒண்ணுதான். இப்போ என்ன செஞ்சிட்டோம்? மைண்டை கம்ப்ரஸ் பண்ணி அகம்னு வந்து நின்றுட்டோம். மைண்ட்னா என்னன்னு கேட்டா நத்திங் பட் அகம் விருத்தி. இப்போ அடுத்த ஸ்டெப் 19.
அகமயம் குதோ பவதி சின்வதः
அகமயம் குதோ பவதி சின்வதः
ஐபதத்யகம் நிஜ விசாரணம்
ஐபதத்யகம் நிஜ விசாரணம்
அகமயம் குதோ பவதி சின்வதः
அகமயம் குதோ பவதி சின்வதः
ஐபதத்யகம் நிஜ விசாரணம்
ஐபதத்யகம் நிஜ விசாரணம்
நான் என்றெழும் இடம் ஏதன நாட, நான் என்றெழும் இடம் ஏதன நாட. உள், உன்னில்ல உள், உள்னா உள்ளே போய். நான் தலை சாய்ந்திடும் முந்தி பர ஞான விசாரமி துந்தி பர. இங்க உன்னு சொல்லிட்டு 3 சுழி இன் போட்டு, ஆக்சுவலா அதை பிரிக்கும் போது உள்ளுன்னு தான் அதை பிரிக்கும். நான் என்றெழும் இடம் ஏதன நாட உள், நான் தலை சாய்ந்திடும் முந்தி பர ஞான விசாரமி துந்தி பர. See, when Sri Yoga Swamigal, when for the very first time when he approached his guru Sellappa Swami, he's called as Visaran Sellappa. Visaran means Paityakaran. He was roaming like a Paityakaran, his guru. So the first question asked by his guru is Aradani. That was the first Upadesha given. நாம என்ன சொல்லிருப்போம்? ஐயா, நான் இந்த மாதிரி ரமண ஸ்வரூபானந்தா வந்திருக்கேன்னு சொல்லிருப்போம். But that hit him, Yoga Swami. ஆரடானி. See, பகவானுடைய கேள்விதான் கேட்டிருக்காரு. ரெண்டாவது முறை போகும்போது தேரடா உள்னு சொன்னார். உள்னு சொன்ன பாத்தீங்களா? நாட உள். வெளியே பேன்னு பராக்க மாதிரி பார்க்காது, நான் யாருன்னு. தேரடா உள், உள்ள பார்க்கணும். தேரடா உள். மூணாவது வாட்டி போக சொன்னா தீரடா பற்றை. இது 3 ஞான உபதேசமா கிடைச்சு. ஆரடா நீ, தேரடா உள், தீரடா பற்றை. Finished. Upadesham is over. It is very similar to Bhagavan's Upadesham. So here also, aham ayam kuto bhavati. Ayam aham. Ayam means this. Aham means this I thought. I thought means I. நான் என்ற உணர்வு. நான் சொல்லிக்கிறேன் இல்லையா? நான் போனேன், நான் வந்தேன், நான் எப்படிப்பட்ட ஆளாக்கும். அந்த நான்கு உணர்வு தான் இது ஐன்னு சொல்றாரு. அது ஏதோ ஒண்ணு கிடையாது. நான் சொல்லிக்கிறேன், அதுதான் இங்க சொல்றாரு. I am aham. Ayam means Sanskritல this I which we are talking about. Kuto bhavati, from where it arises. Chinvataha, when you inquire. இங்க வந்து நான் என்று எழுமிடம் ஏது? நான் என்று எழுமிடம் ஏது? நான் சொல்லி இங்கிருந்தோ எழுதே ஒண்ணு. நான் சொல்லிக்கின்ற அந்த நான் என்று எழுமிடம் ஏது என நாட, அது ஏது எங்கிருந்து எழும்புகிறது என்று நாட, உள் நாட, அகமுகப்பட்டு. Meaning, when you seek within, whence means from where this I thought arises. When you inquire. See, inquiring means what? Inquiring means not talking to oneself. Inquiring means giving the attention to this I thought and to remain there to find out from where this I thought is arising. I'm going to tell you a very, very, very subtle thing. See, these are all not taught anywhere. From our own experience, we understand these things. I'm going to share with you a very, very subtle thing. See, this self, when it is identified with the body, is called this aham thought, the aham vritti. So it has got a different parinama. The same self, the same self, when it is no more identified with the body, it is pure self, means it has got some other parinama. So when you inquire what happens, dramatically, this is not the right thing, this is just a rough thing, just to make you understand. See, when this I or the self is identified with the body as the I thought, it is in a different parinama. And when you put your attention on this I thought and just remain there, and the parinamam அப்படியே மாறி அப்படியே ஒடுங்குற மாதிரி பார்க்கலாம் ஒரு இடத்துல. அதனாலதான் எங்கிருந்து எழும்புன்னு கேட்க சொல்றாரு. ஏன்னா அதை கேட்கும் போது என்னாகும், ஒரு இடத்துல ஒடுங்குற மாதிரி ஒரு ஃபீலிங் வரும். ஏன்னா அதோட பரிணாமம் வேற, இதோட பரிணாமம் வேற. So, suppose let us say the I thought is something like this. சும்மா விளையாட்டுக்கு சொல்றேன், உங்களுக்கு to make you understand. அதுக்கு I thought இப்படி இருக்கணும்னு வச்சுக்காதீங்க. ஏதோ பரிணாமத்துல வச்சுப்போமே. What happens when you inquire means what? When you give your attention to this I thought, அது பரிணாமம் அப்படியே மாறிட்டு வந்து அப்படியே ஒடுங்குறத பார்க்கலாம். ஒடுங்குறதும் அப்படியே ஒண்ணுமில்லாம போறத பார்க்கலாம். எங்க ஒண்ணுமில்லாம போகுதோ அந்த இடம் தான் ரொம்ப, அந்த இடம் நாட்டம் அதுதான் எல்லாங்கிற மாதிரி. So therefore, எங்கிருந்து எழுகிறதுன்னு பாருன்னு சொல்றார். Ayam aham kuto bhavati. From where this I thought arises, if you give your attention, then the I thought subsides in that place. Chinvataha means when you inquire. Inquire means what? To give attention. This is all. When you give attention to the sky, you know everything about the sky. When you give attention to your family life will be beautiful. When you give attention to your profession, you will be a good sort of a professional. When you give attention to yourself, you become a jnani. But you need to give attention to everything to achieve greatness. It's not a rocket science, I'm telling you. If you give attention to this world and its laws, then you know about it. In Patanjali Yoga Sutra, there is something called as Samyama. Samyama, it's called as Samyama. Meaning, when the mind is concentrated, and then when the mind is applied in one thing, everything about the thing is revealed. See, nowadays these scientists, they use different, equipments to understand things. But our Mahatmas, they concentrate the mind because everything is within, not without. So they concentrate the mind and apply on that. When the mind attains that samyama, the state called samyama, when that is applied on that, everything is revealed about that. That is how they could know everything. See, Vedavyasar, Bhagavatam எப்ப எழுதினார்? எல்லாம் சொல்லிட்டார். கலியுகத்தில் என்னென்ன நடக்குது அப்படியே நடந்துட்டு இருக்கு. அதை விட இன்னும் அவ்வளோ ஓகேவோட நடந்துட்டு இருக்கு. பையன் அப்பா அம்மா பேச்ச கேட்க மாட்டான், சகோதரன் பேச்ச கேட்க மாட்டான், வைஃபோட அம்மா அப்பா தான் ரொம்ப பெருசா தெரிவாங்க, வைஃபோட தம்பி பேச்ச தான் கேட்பான். இப்படியே சொல்லியிருக்காரு. இப்படியே நடக்குது. I was so taken aback. Don't misunderstand me. I'm not talking about anybody. அவங்க என்னதான் குத்தி காமிக்கிறாரோ, உங்களை பத்தி எனக்கு ஒண்ணுமே தெரியாது.
You are telling the truth.
இந்த விளையாட்டுக்கு நான் வரலப்போ. ஆதாயிரம் 4,32,000 எவ்வளவு. So means they apply their mind and everything is revealed. So when you apply your mind, means the attention when you give to the self, Whatever you understand about yourself, instead of giving attention to anything else, you withdraw your mind from everything else and give your attention to the self. Means naangra unarvu ennamo ennan puriyatiyum paravailla. You go on giving the attention to your own self, whatever you understand about yourself. That is all need to be done. And if you strive very sincerely, the Guru is within, as Atma the self. He is waiting for you with all love and compassion. He comes running to you and he takes you and he swallows you. Meaning what?